So now that we have learned few of the methods of factorization of trinomials and polynomials, this is the time to learn another method of factorization of polynomials. Not necessarily trinomials, any polynomials with 4 terms, 5 terms, 6 terms, whatever number of terms, doesn't matter. The only thing which matters is that if we know one factor of the polynomial, how to factorize it. This will be more clear if I take an example straight away. So let us say I have a polynomial which is trinomial in this case. So x square minus 4x minus 45. And it's given that x minus 9 is a factor of this, is a factor. Because this is a second degree or 2 degree polynomial, so it has two factors. It has some factor x minus 9 which is known, and it has another factor. This we have to find out. So if one factor is known, so of course what we are doing in factorization is we are closing the brackets. So if we open these two brackets, we get this. So if it means that if I multiply these two brackets, I get this polynomial. So what if I divide this polynomial with x minus 9? So I should get this second factor. So this is the idea, that if you know one factor, you simply divide that polynomial with that factor and you will get the another polynomial. And if it is only a 2 degree polynomial, then you will get the second factor and it will be factorized. If it's a 3 degree polynomial, you will get a 2 degree polynomial because the degree will be reduced by 1. So this you should understand. So this you should understand, that when you divide an x square, a polynomial of degree 2 and few more terms, this is a polynomial of degree 2. So if you divide it with a polynomial of degree 1, you will be left with a polynomial of degree 1. Degree 1 will be the quotient. So for example, quotient, I just try to explain that if 8 is, so this is called dividend, this is called the divisor, and this is called the quotient, which you get when you divide these two, and this is called the remainder. So if you divide a polynomial of degree 2 with a degree 1, so degree will be reduced by 1. If you divide a polynomial of degree 4 and somebody tells you that x square is a factor of that polynomial, it has some more terms, so you will be left with a polynomial of degree 2 because you are dividing polynomial of degree 4 with a polynomial of degree 2. So this is just a note that you should note this thing, otherwise this will not affect the way you will get the factor, because your job is simply to divide this polynomial with its factor and you will get the second factor and the factorization will be done. So now we are talking about factorization. So how to factorize a polynomial using division when one factor is known. So let's do this. I just rewrite this because I have deleted that thing. So x square minus 4x minus 45 and x minus 9 is a factor, and we are factorizing this. Just like ordinary number division, you put the polynomial inside, x square minus 4x minus 45, and you put the factor outside. And what you do is you divide the first term with the first term of the factor. So x square divided by x. So what you get is x. So put this x here and then multiply it with these two terms. So x multiplied by x is x square. X multiplied by 9 is minus 9x. Now you simply subtract these two. Change the sign and subtract, because when you subtract, the sign of the second change. So x square minus x square is 0, plus minus 4x plus 9x is 5x. And then you bring this minus 45 here. So you don't have to write this 0. I just delete this. So now you again divide the first term with the first term. So 5x is the first term and x is the first term of the divisor. You get 5 plus 5. So you just put plus 5 here and multiply this with both of these terms. So 5 multiplied by x is 5x. 5 multiplied by minus 9 is minus 45. Now you subtract these two. Just like ordinary numbers, you subtract, change the sign, because minus 45 minus minus 45 is plus 45. So this will be 0 and this will be 0. So 0 is the remainder, and this is what was expected. Because if x minus 9 is the factor, then it means there is nothing remainder. There should not be any remainder. So now it means that we have got our procedure correct. So we got the second factor, x plus 5. So it means that x square minus 4x minus 45 is equal to the product of x minus 9, which was given, and x plus 5, which we have just found out. So now this polynomial has been factorized because this is a product form. This is a product of two polynomial, basically binomials, because they have only two terms. This is a binomial, this is a binomial. So I'm just repeating these binomial, trinomial words so that you can get used to this, because these words you will often see in algebra books or in other material. This is a very simple procedure. If you know one factor, just divide it with the polynomial and you get the second factor if it's a 2-degree polynomial. Now we will do one or two more examples. So our next example is a 3rd-degree polynomial. So we have 6x cubed. We have to factorize 6x cubed minus 5x square minus 4x plus 3, and we are given that x minus 1 is a factor. So again we divide just like numbers. 6x cubed minus 5x square minus 4x plus 3, and we put x minus 1 as a divisor. So 6x, the first term, divided by the first term. So we get 6x square. So this is our first term in the quotient, 6x square. Now we multiply this with both of these. So 6x square multiplied by x is 6x cubed minus 6x square. Now subtract these two, so minus and plus. So the first term is cancels out, and the second term, minus 5x square plus 6x square is x square. Then bring this term here, minus 4x. Again, divide the first term, x square, with x. You get x plus x, so plus x. Multiply this with both of these terms, you get x square minus x. Now you subtract, change the sign. 4x minus and plus x, so minus 3x. You bring this 3 down, plus 3. Again, first term minus 3x divided by the first term of the divisor, you get minus 3. Put minus 3 here. So multiply minus 3 with both of these terms. So minus 3x plus 3. Subtract, change the sign. So 0. And this is what was expected, because if x minus 1 is a factor, then there should not be any remainder, and we should get the second factor. So it means that our polynomial can be written as the product of these two factors. So 6x cubed minus 5x square minus 4x plus 3 can be written as 6x square, a polynomial of degree 2, plus x minus 3 and x minus 1. Just like if you divide 8 by 2, as I explained earlier, you get 4 and 0 is the remainder. Now you can write 8 as a product of 2 into 4. So similarly, if we have a factor already known and we have got the second, we divided the polynomial with that factor and we got this quotient. So polynomial is a product of these two. So this is a product form. So this has been factorized. Now sometimes you can also look at this term because this is a quadratic polynomial. You may be able to further factorize this. So just have a look and see whether our AC method works here. We are able to factorize this or not. So 6x square plus x minus 3. So our AC is 6 multiplied by minus 3 minus 18. This is our AC. And our B is 1. So can we find any two numbers which when multiplied we get minus 18 and when add we get 1? So just write down the factors of 18. 18, 1, 2 into 9 is also 18. 3 into 6 is also 18. So these are the factors of 18. So now our product has a minus sign. It means one number will be positive and the other number will be negative. So it means we are looking for the difference of two numbers. So can you find here two numbers which differ only in 1? 1 into 18 differ in 17. 2 into 9 differ in 7. 3 into 6 differ in 3. So there is no such pair of numbers which if we multiply we get minus 18 and if we add we get 1. So this cannot be further factorized. So this will be the answer. But you can check this if you are doing in exam or in somewhere. You can see whether it might be factorizable further. So then you can factorize this and you can get two factors and then the third factor will be x minus 1. So this is the way you solve the problems. So I hope this is very clear and you just practice this division. It's very easy, but there is another method of doing the same division which is called synthetic division. And our next video will explain what is a synthetic division. How can we divide this polynomial with this factor by using only the coefficient of this polynomial, 6 minus 5 minus 4, 3. So this is synthetic division. This is in the next video.